Hey guys, welcome to Isaiah's Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Jobber 1200 peak amp jump starter. This is an external battery pack that you use to jump start your lawn equipment, ATVs, cars and trucks and things of that nature. This is the packaging for it here, nice and sleek and small. And I'm going to go over some stuff around the box, some stuff in the manual to make sure that I'm clear what they recommend for something like this, because you can, if you've never jumped off a vehicle or anything before, go positive first, red first, and then negative to jump your vehicle off. The capacity is 12,000 milliamp per hour. The battery pack internally is. Start current to 600 amps with a peak current of 1200 amps. You have to supply your own wall adapter, but you do get the micro USB and the Type-C USB with it, so that's cool. And there is a warning on the back. This jump start is only intended to jumpstart 12-volt cars, trucks, boats, or motorcycles with an internal combustion engine and single lead acid battery system. So it's a 6.5 liter petrol, 5.2 liter diesel. They do have some smartphone charging. It will charge all your devices. It's got 2 USB ports and the micro and the Type-C port on there, along with the battery charging cable port itself, which we'll go over that. Operating temperatures is -4 degrees Fahrenheit and to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So I did a video a while back that I had to measure the temperatures on the internal of the car. Left out in the sun, it can get extremely hot, like hotter than that. So keep that in mind if you're leaving this thing sitting out in a hot vehicle. I wouldn't do it. All right, so this is the casing for it. It's really nice, little premium case. Got a little wrist strap here to carry this thing from A to B. It's not like you're going to be carrying around like a purse all the time. Unzip this, and then on the inside we have the little netting up top to hold your cables and your paperwork and your USB cables there. And I do like that they put in a little flap there to protect both items, and then there you have the device in its own little cutout inside the case. So no confusion on where everything will go. So it's a nice and neat case. On the back of the charger itself, it'll read some of the specifications on the back of it too. So it's waterproof car jumper. I would not submerge it. I'd say splash proof, like rain proof. So battery cell is a lithium polymer battery, model JS20. Capacity is 12,000 milliamp per hour battery. Micro input, that's the micro USB input, it's 5 volts, 3 amps. USB output number 1 is 5 volts, 2.1 amps. And USB output number 2 is 2.5 volts, 3 amps. And there's a USB Type-C port on here, and it has an in and out of 5 volts and 3 amps. So I did connect the USB Type-C to it. It will charge it that way. It'll charge it through the Type-C or the micro. It mentions in the manual only the micro for charging, but I tried it on the Type-C and that worked. I'm going to email the manufacturer that sent me this to clarify that, just to make sure, because I don't want to mislead, but it appeared it'll flash. Like, these are in 25% increments. You can just press this once to check your battery levels. So this last light will blink when it's charging, and it'll go to the next one once that percentage is full. You'll go ahead and long press this, and then when you long press, you'll get your light coming on there, and then you'll just tap it, shut it off, tap it again, and then that's security or danger, I guess. So if you are having trouble out on the road, you could just put this toward oncoming traffic or something, and they would know that, and long press to turn it off. So very simple operations. You don't have to push anything whenever you actually use it. The flap here is waterproof because the way it seals around that. It's super rugged. It's very solid, so it's very well built. So I really like that. The cool thing I will say with the flap is it's one-handed operation. Now they put the flap part near the light on the top part, so you can have this in your hand like so, and then take your finger and just roll that back and access it like that. And you can even seal it back one-handed if you wanted to. So that's pretty neat. I don't know if they thought about that or if it's just something that happened, but the way this flap is to take it off, complete smooth one-handed operation. So that was a good job there. there's your USB ports, your Type-C and micro here, and then there's the jumper cable ports themselves. So you can't get that twisted. One's a circle, one's a half circle with a straight edge down the side. So you can't mistake which one goes where. Here are the jumper cables. The negative's a little shorter than the positive, and like I said earlier, make sure you connect the positive first, then the negative, and don't clink and clank them together and things like that. It also has warning labels here, and also a reminder of what would go first here on this tag. So they do what they can to make sure that you don't make a boo-boo. So I do want to read over the manual to give you exactly what they say, word for word, on how to charge your battery. So press the power button on the jumper cable once to check your level. You want to make sure it's above 51%. That would be nice to use that. Take the blue end of the jumper cable and plug it into the jump starter socket, which is located underneath the black cover, which I showed you earlier. Connect the red positive clamp to the battery post first, okay? And be careful not to clink and clank the other one around with anything metal. Connect, and do not connect both to the same post, okay? Or swap them around. Next, connect the black clamp to the negative side, okay? And it says check the LED status indicators. Now they'll blink red and green. I noticed when I engage the switch, then you'll get a solid green light, giving me the okay to use the jumper. Fired right up, no issues whatsoever, and I had a dead battery to begin with, completely dead. Started it quick, instant, no big deal. You don't have to turn it on or off, just unplug it, throw it back in your bag, and you're good to go. And that's it. There's not much to it. It's a big old battery that will charge your car via this guy here and give you indication lights here so you'll know what's going on. Red means don't go and green means go. That's just as simple as that, and they'll alternate back and forth. And like I said, I had to engage the switch a little bit, got the solid light, fired her up. You'll wait 60 seconds or so to try that again to let this get your battery good and going, and I mean, you're good to go. So this has been Isaiah's Reviews reviewing the Jobber battery jump starter. I highly recommend this, that everyone has one of these around your house, because I guarantee you, you're gonna go out there at the beginning of mowing season or some kind of odd time to get those leaves up, and your lawnmower battery is gonna be dead because you don't use a trickle charger like me, and you'll live off this guy every time you go. And it's just super convenient to have this thing gone. Before that, I had to pull my car up next to the lawnmower every time. That was a pain in the butt. Thank God for these. So make sure to explode on that subscribe button and ding that bell so you get notified on the next product review I got coming. And boy, am I behind after being sick. So got a lot of good stuff. Got a few gimbals. I got a few magical things coming next month. Super nice. So I'm very excited about it. See ya.